up everyone? Welcome back to the SuperCupofJoe. If you're new, my name is Joseph and today I wanted to share with you all the full story behind my tattoos and the meaning of the symbols. I have 10. It was a total of 5 sessions within a year and done by 3 different artists. Aaron Hillman, Dave Kent, and James Woods all live around me in Windsor, Ontario. Along with all the other stuff I've talked about in previous videos, these tattoos are my discipline and they help me control what goes on upstairs. I'll also talk about why I got them. Are they bad for you? Does it hurt getting them, etc. for the people that don't have any and are planning to get one in the future. So I'll start with that. Does it hurt? If you can handle a cat biting and scratching you for a long period of time, I think you'll be fine, but that doesn't mean it's not gonna hurt. It just depends on your pain tolerance. Like my mom, her pain tolerance is a no-no. She could never get one. It also depends on where the tattoo is, how big it is, if there's a lot of shading. The more sensitive areas are where you'll feel it the most. Are tattoos bad? You're gonna have to decide that for yourself. Do your own research, talk to your family doctor, because you might have a skin condition, you might get an allergic reaction to the ink. Search up how tattoos can affect your liver. I did a liver cleanse when this was all completed. Well, actually, I didn't even finish it. I stopped halfway, but I can finish it whenever I want. The world's pretty cool with it now, but it could possibly affect your job or you getting a job. Some people, you know, it depends on what kind of tattoos you have, where they are, if they're visible. If you're super religious, obviously that's one of the do nots, but I know so many people were doing a bunch of stuff that it's supposedly not supposed to be doing, but people still do it, so I wouldn't worry about it. They can be expensive, it will be itchy. They might look good now, but as you get older, if you don't take care of yourself properly, they can start looking bad. When you first get it, don't expose it to the sun. Don't soak it in water, this little, wet it a little bit. Clean it properly, listen to your artist's advice, let it heal, breathe. I used unscented soap, tattoo glue, vitamin E ointment, and unscented Lubriderm lotion. My job also, I was allowed to wear tank tops. I was always able to let it breathe. Put some time into what you want, and if you want this, you can do whatever you want. It's technically, in this world, it's your body, but example, if you're dating somebody, you get their name tattooed on you, and then you guys break up and you guys despise one another, you just wasted, you wasted money, you look stupid. Also make sure you have the correct spelling if it's a word. Getting a tattoo removed could also be just as expensive as getting it, and then you can also get another tattoo to cover up that mistake, but again, if you low-key wasted money on the first one, so really think about it. If you don't want to stay for the whole video, it's basically a small short clip I put at the very end of each of my videos. Why I wanted to get a tattoo in the first place. Back then, I always put tattoos in the same category or a little bit below cigarettes and just thought they were bad and I'd never get one. I talked a little bit about it in my struggle with the porn addiction video. When me and my girlfriend at the time broke up, I was a mess. You know the saying, you don't know how much you love something or someone until they're gone. So technically that was the start of slowly of me making all the lifestyle changes. I originally wanted to do all these changes to impress her or get her back, but then eventually I made it into doing it for myself. This might get a little demonic. My first tattoo on my left arm, I got a few days after my birthday in 2018. My sister came with me. Even though I thought I would never get one when I was younger, I always thought if I were to ever get a tattoo, this would be it. The Devil Jin. This symbol is from one of my favorite video game series, Tekken. Jin Kazama, one of the main characters and my personal favorite, has this mark branded on his arm. It's a supernatural genetic abnormality. It's basically bad energy, the dark side in these video games. If it takes over, you lose yourself and become something else. It was around that time I started to understand how my depression works, that it was never gonna go away. I would be down all the time, I'd be sad. I'll have good weeks, I'd have bad weeks, and it would just be repeat. Now the name Nightfire, that's also from another video game, 007 James Bond Nightfire. I have generalized anxiety. Mine is anticipatory. Mentioned in my other videos, all the Jehovah's Witness stuff, hell, heaven, not knowing what to do with my life afterwards. Reading about people passing away, knowing people that were killing themselves. It was it was all the bad and ugly stuff was just messing with my head, and I couldn't handle it. You know, when you picture something in your head, well, I was unintentionally picturing bad shit all the time. Destruction, death, fire, like it scared me. And it always seemed to happen when I was with big groups of people, like when we were like out like having fun. So it was kind of like I don't know how to explain it. This like feeling that kind of like remind me like, hey, don't get too comfortable, or like, you know, you're having fun now, but wait till you see like what we got, you know, like it was like a weird like voice in my head and like messing with me. Usually towards the end of the night, and I'll be quiet sitting by myself and get the images. Like a prank, like a little prank war to fuck with me. Like I really believe these thoughts. I still in a way kind of do. But I didn't want to be here for that. That was one of the main reasons why I wanted to kill myself, because I was just super scared and I didn't want to be associated with any of the craziness. I had to find a way to cope with it. So instead of letting all the crazy thoughts and that bad energy go crazy in my mind, I decided to stop fighting, and I gave it its own room. And I'm the landlord. Funny way to look at it, but I wouldn't be the person who I am today without experiencing all the bad shit. All that stuff is a part of me. Like a lot of anime shows and video games, the protagonist usually has a dark side, monster, or hidden power within, struggles to keep it under wraps, and sometimes it gets out of hand. It's not easy, but eventually they learn to live with it and sometimes use that energy for good. So that's what I'm kind of doing. It's like this is a seal, and my way of controlling all the bad stuff. And if and when I need that energy to let off some steam, or let out my frustration, I let it have its day. That's it. Now the right side, while I was waiting to do this one because I had to wait 2 months, I was trying to come up with ideas to what I was gonna do next. The left side was the bad side, so I had to even it out and make the right side the good side. I wanted tattoos like Dwayne Johnson, you know, the bull on one arm and the Samoan tribal symbols on the other, to make it like a half sleeve, but mine would be African related. I call this side the meaning of birth, which is funny. I took that name from another video game, but there's context behind it. Tales of the Abyss, it's actually a music theme in the game. I play it for you, but I don't want to get a copyright strike, so you can search it up on YouTube if you want. It's like classical kind of music, and it kind of relates to me in a way. For this whole experience for me has been like me trying to like understand like my meaning to be here, like why I was born, what's the purpose of all this stuff, you know. And that's kind of it comes together. Now I picked the symbols, but I didn't make the design. All that credit all goes to the good tattoo artists. I just gave them a general idea of what I wanted it and how I wanted it to look, and then they just went crazy and boom. The symbols I chose are Adinkra. They represent concepts or expressions used in fabrics, pottery, incorporated into walls and other building-like features among the Ashantis of the Ashanti Kingdom, and the Bolis, who historically migrated to Ghana. That's where my parents are from. They also appear in popular movies like Black Panther, Avengers Age of Ultron, and The Sorcerer's Apprentice. Now, the actual word Adinkra means farewell, goodbye to the dead. So for me, it was kind of like once I finish everything, it's kind of me getting closure with my old past self, since I technically killed myself, you know. So that was me saying goodbye to my old life, and then now this is my new life. So I try to live by these principles, and it's my armor and kind of my superpower. So we're gonna go down the list. So number 1, quality excellence. The symbol stresses the need to strive for the best quality, whether in a production of goods or in human endeavors. I'm always trying to do my best or to impress at anything I do, at work, gym, at home, like cooking, playing video games, hygiene. That should be like a no-brainer, but now it's only a big thing now because of what's going on. Overall, I'm just leveling up. At work, I might have to kiss ass. Give yourself a standard. Always try your best at something you're doing. I also try to give people the best advice I can. Honestly, when you do good for yourself, it attracts, it can be anything, good people, good this attracts like those good vibes, you know. That's gonna lead into the next symbol. Number 2, support, cooperation, encouragement. When you climb a good tree, you're given a push. More metaphorically, It means that when you work for a good cause, you will get support. Any good cause is worth fighting for and will generate the necessary support to achieve that goal. Be careful with this one though. Some of the protests you see going on in the world, like you gotta find another way to go about it. That's not, I know the foolishness, the craziness, and all the conspiracies and all that stuff, but like this is not the best way to go about it. It's not helpful. You gotta encourage others, make them feel good, and stop putting people down, stop the hate. The symbol is also connected to the very last symbol that we'll get to at the end, but again, we just gotta work together. Number 3, life challenges. A life devoid of challenges is not a life truly lived. Every life has its own fair share of ups and downs, and in your journey you will cross paths with various people who will impact your life either positively or negatively. Everything happens for a reason. Everything that's happened to me has led to this. Before, I was always like, I wish I can go back, change things. I wish I did this differently, but like all those things were necessary for you to learn, grow. This whole thing is a big classroom, is a big test with some fuckery going on in the background. Stop looking back, worry about the now, and prepare for what's to come. Don't take everything too seriously. It's just character development. Number 4. Knowledge. A lifelong education and continued quest for knowledge. It's never too late or too early to learn something new, and no knowledge, no matter how random it is a waste. The quest for more knowledge should be an unending lifelong pursuit. Be book smart, street smart, and conscious smart all at the same time. Try to learn something new every day. I'm telling you, there's so much stuff we don't know, fully understand, especially with mental health. When you learn stuff, you start to pick up things start to make sense. Grade school, high school, post-secondary school, even when you land the job, you're only gonna be taught what certain people want you to know, and like make you believe like you've hit the cap, like there's nothing else left, there's nothing left to learn. Anything new coming in doesn't make sense, it's wrong, and you shouldn't listen to it. We've just been doing this for so long that we're just used to it. Number 5, now this is a big one. Fertility and renewal. The sun is the greatest source of energy on this earth, and day in, day out, it shines on us continually. The symbol encourages people to draw strength and vigor from the vitality of the sun, starting every new day with their sparkle renewed. I'm in a constant state of energy. I'm never really tired unless it's time for bed, and that's on me, because I purposely tire myself out throughout the day. So when it's time for bed, I can fall asleep at the proper time and get the right amount of sleep. The sun's a very powerful thing, and we got to take advantage of it. I'm low-key about the break character. I know I've been telling people to stay indoors and like follow all these rules and stuff, but I encourage people to go outside, especially now, because I know a lot of you guys need it. Obviously, be smart and keep your distance and stuff like that. But I mean, we need to be connect. We need that connection outside. It's not just the sun, earth, water, air. You really got to absorb all of it. There's a fire in you that's keeping you going, and you cannot let it burn out. Exercise, eating better, healthier foods, drink water. There's some things I know for a fact that people just don't got the willpower to do, or they have the mindset of I don't care. Just try to limit some of the things you're putting into your body, and you'll see a difference. Put the fucking phone away. Sorry for the language, but put your phone away, turn the data off, Wi-Fi, and just like give yourself a break for like every once in a while, so you have time to focus on yourself. You're not worrying about other people when you should be worrying about yourself. Listen to your body, take care of it, and it'll take care of you. Number 6, life transformation. This symbol is technically 2. The morning star means a new start to the day, placed inside the wheel, which represents rotation, independent movement, and moving forward. Together, they advocate for change and transformation in the lifestyles of people, especially the youth, to make a positive change in the world by their actions. I've made all these lifestyle changes not only for myself, but for the people around me too. Inspire, encourage, make people smile, happy, laugh, love. Hit people with those good morning, have a good day text messages and all that stuff. It's only a lot of work because the people that are in charge make it a lot of work. We got to make each other level up and not settle for what we think is our limit, because it's not. Number 7. Initiative, dynamism, and versatility. The twists and turns in the journey of one's life is associated with another symbol that literally means life's journey is twisted. It can be torturous and one to be versatile and resilient to survive. You got to be prepared and determined to handle whatever life throws at you. You should not resign to fate without giving it 100%. This life isn't hard because God made it hard. It's hard because there's people in charge that are purposely making it hard. You got to find a way to turn it around. And very slowly, we're doing a good job, but we got to pick up the pace in a way that doesn't hurt other people, like not the protesting, and it's not helpful. Number 8, steadfastness, prudence, and diligence. This symbol has a little short story. Because of its thorns, the raffia tree is a very dangerous challenge to the snake. His ability to climb it is a model of persistence and prudence, like the snake making its way around the raffia tree. This symbol encourages people to be steadfast in all they do, diligently pursue your goals, and keep at it until failure becomes an impossibility. You're allowed to, but you shouldn't really give up until you've given it 100%. You got to find a way to make it work. I know it's hard. I understand, especially with the stresses of this world. I'll give you an example. When I worked at McDonald's before all this, I was always stressed out. It was a high stress environment, any fast food places like that. But I was good at my job though, couldn't quit because 1, I needed the job, I needed money, and 2, I worked a lot because that was a way for me to keep my mind busy so I didn't have time to think about any of the bad stuff. When I became a full-time prep person, I started coming into work early, like 30 minutes to an hour, and then eventually like 2 hours. Everyone thought I was crazy. Yeah, I'm crazy, I don't care. But I did it to lessen my workload because I could not handle it, but at the same time I couldn't quit. It got me ahead, so technically I was 2 hours ahead of everything. But I didn't, again, I worked those first 2 hours, I didn't get paid. I just did it to do it. And then I low-key had like 2 hours or extra hours to make it look like I was busy. Well, like all the managers are probably like, oops. Then it got to a point where I was getting away with stuff. I couldn't get fired because I became an essential person. But then I started getting more responsibilities, and that's when I bit off more than I can chew. Eventually, after the incident, I ended up quitting. But if I were to go back now, I probably can do the job with my eyes closed, with how better my mind is now. But for me in general, fast food restaurants, that environment, the stress, highest stress of like yelling, moving fast, and it's not for me. But again, if you're in a stressful work environment, you got to find a way to make some shortcuts to help yourself, not in a way that you're hurting other people. It's just I came into work early just for myself. Number 9, the last symbol, understanding, along with the second symbol of cooperation, encouragement. This urges people to be more considerate and compassionate towards one another. This is why I'm super nice to everyone all the time. I try my best. Sometimes it doesn't work. Most of the time it doesn't work. But say I have 2 friends, I'm friends with them, but they don't like each other, they rant, dislike each other. I try my best to make them understand one another. But again, it usually doesn't work in this generation. Peace and harmony will reign when people overlook their differences and work together for the greater good. If I don't like somebody, I gotta figure out why, understand, and then put it to work. It's not just understanding people, you gotta understand everything, behind the scenes, why things are the way they are. Why do people get sick? Why are your thoughts out of control? Why are people assholes, jerks, selfish? Once you do the homework, nothing should really bother you because you understand why. You don't own anybody, no one owes you anything, there's no obligation. Except if somebody borrows money and they say they'll pay you back. But really it's more we're just spoiled. Same with a job, it's just business, it's all about money. If you're laid off, you're fired, hours are cut, it's because they don't need you, man. They don't care about your personal life. Their boss tells them to cut hours, so they gotta cut hours. You're the weakest link. You can't take it personal, that's just how the system is. Because I understand that. I don't agree with it, but it is what it is. So because I understand that, I make it so I'm needed. I have to kiss ass and do a little extra work. Come to work every day, don't call in sick, don't book a lot of days off, and don't complain. I don't get bothered, I don't bug nobody, they don't bug me. So try to understand everything. In order to do that, you gotta take care of yourself mentally, physically. Keep learning, be careful, don't give up, be kind and helpful to others, and just take it one day at a time. That's my long ass tattoo story. Thank you for watching this video. If you found it somewhat inspirational or enjoyed it, please like and subscribe. If you want a tattoo, you can get yourself a tattoo. Just really think about it, do your research, talk to multiple people, see if that's what you really want, and don't worry about judgment. Again, thank you guys. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you guys next time.
Listen.
The legend will never die.